another episode of my Daytime Hustler podcast. It's been a while, and the main reason for that is when I came back from Poland, I needed a little break from Daygame because I was completely burned out. Having this break meant having a break from the channel as well, even though I only created it the week before the trip. But during this break though, I had time to think about the future of the channel and in which direction I want to be heading. But I'm back now, and I will try to start posting new videos more consistently. The plan is to start posting a bigger variety of videos. I will mainly keep focusing on podcasts, and there will be some new guests on the show to keep it fresh. So that's something to look forward to. Also, I want to start doing videos of me interviewing others, and finally, I'm gonna put out some infields. I do want to clarify again though that I am not an advanced day gamer, so these are for entertainment purposes, although I do hope you can learn something from them, and who knows, I can learn something as well, if I get solid feedback from you guys. Although this is my channel, I don't want to make it revolve only around myself. I want to involve other motivated guys and hear their stories and their views. Alright, it's going to be a very short podcast this time, but I have to say it's an important one. The topic for today is going to be Daygame in Belgium and the Netherlands. Actually, this video is relevant for every day gamer who lives in a relatively small country, but I will focus on my country because, as you know by now, I was born and raised in Belgium. My charming little country has only 11 million people. The Netherlands has 17 million. That sounds like a lot, but it's actually average compared to big countries in Europe such as England, Poland, Germany, etc. So, do I wish that I lived in one of these bigger countries? Yes, for sure. But am I unhappy about living in Belgium? No, I will definitely not be whining about the fact that I'm stuck here. But let's take a quick look at the main cities in Belgium. I will only be reviewing places that I have personally visited myself though. First off, there is Leuven. It's a small city with only 100,000 people, but one of the bigger student cities of the country. I would say that during the school year you can do some day game in it. Then there's Bruges with 120,000 people living in it, but it feels smaller than Leuven. However, the one main shopping street can be really crowded, especially on the weekends. Next up we have Ghent, a beautiful city with over 250,000 people, and probably the biggest student city we have. It has only one real day game street though, and unfortunately it's a small street as well, which makes it a little non-day game friendly. Then there's Antwerp, which has real potential for being a solid day game city. Almost 600,000 citizens, very international, and a beautiful main street called the Mare, with lots of famous top brand clothing stores, making it a popular place for young hot girls. I'll end with Brussels, the capital city. Brussels has a never-ending flow of tourists. The population is estimated as close to 1 million. It has about 3 main streets for the game, including the Nieuwstraat. This is a really long shopping street at the heart of the city center. As you may have noticed, I'm not really getting into the specifics of every city. What I focused on is how day game friendly they are. Now, the first rule of being a good city for consistent day game is that it has over 1 million people. Other important conditions are anonymity, transience, 1 or 2 universities, pedestrian areas with squares and parks, and ideally a large number of tourists. Now in Belgium only a few cities have these conditions, and it's the same for the Netherlands. This causes one big problem. Guys who are new to the game, who are burning out smaller cities at rapid speed. I have witnessed this with my own eyes, and it's making me worried, to be honest. By burning out a city, you will get a reputation, and you're making Daygame almost impossible for other guys who want to do their sessions in it. But what should all you motivated Daygamers from a small country do, you're asking me? Well, there are a few solutions, or tips as you will. First off, start spreading your sessions over different cities. I know it's a big investment, especially if you're located in one specific place and you have quite good logistics there. But let's face it, both Belgium and the Netherlands are not that big, so you can easily travel from one city to another. And same for the girls. So, for example, do 1 or 2 sessions in your own city, then do one in another one, and the last one in another one as well. That makes 3 to 4 sessions each week. You shouldn't be doing a lot more anyways. Next tip is do a Euro jaunt. First, find a wing who you can get along with easily, agree on a country that you both like, and go there for about 10 days to take your game to the next level. When doing this, obviously choose a city that offers all the important conditions that I mentioned. Now be careful, do not go on a day game trip if you're a total newbie. You need to be at least lower intermediate or you will have a mental breakdown. My point is, by doing this Euro jaunt, you're not burning out your own little city, and when you come back from the trip, your game will hopefully be at a level where you have to do less sets each session and perhaps even less sessions to get good results, making it far less risky to get a reputation. These kind of trips are a big investment as well when it comes to time and money, but it's worth it. I have done it myself and I don't regret it at all. Watch my previous podcast to find out everything about it. And now my final tip, which is be fucking calibrated. It sounds obvious, but so many guys are totally missing this. If you're being a weirdo or a creep, you'll burn out your city faster than the speed of light. My friend and wing Mr. F wrote a great post about this issue. I advise you to check it out on his blog. I won't go deeper into the topic now because he explains it perfectly. So, to summarize, I talked about the most ideal places to run your game, which would be Antwerp and Brussels for Belgium, and Rotterdam, The Hague, and Amsterdam for the Netherlands. I talked about the traps you must not fall into. These are doing your day game in the same small city over and over again, and doing way too many sets each session. I gave you some solutions, such as spreading your sessions over multiple places and going abroad for a week or 2. And I told you to be calibrated to your environment. Hopefully, if you're listening to this, you will use this information and implement it when you're going out for some street hustling. Some people say that Daygame is over its peak popularity, but I don't agree. I see more and more guys getting into it, not only here, but all over the world, which I guess is a good thing because you're trying to become a better version of yourself. But please guys, use your brain. Daygame is such a beautiful thing. It would be such a shame if it gets ruined for us guys who do it the right way by guys who don't do it the right way. Anyways, that was it. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Peace out. You're out of line. Don't try to change